What's up everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today's topic, I'm going to be talking about how I became an English tutor on iTalki. So for those of you who don't know, iTalki is basically a website or online platform where you can essentially just teach English or tutor people online. I think it started out as like a language exchange platform, but now it's predominantly used for paid lessons, and you can also take lessons obviously if you're interested in other languages as well. I first heard of iTalki probably a couple years back, but I never really considered being an English teacher. I guess I didn't really feel qualified, or yeah, I was like, who would want me to really teach them English? Like I don't know. I think I saw a couple videos of people doing it and I thought, why not? I mean, this was around 2020, like around lockdown time, so I was stuck at home, so I thought, let me just make an account and see what happens. In order to become a teacher on iTalki, you have to submit an application online. So they have two types of teachers. So there's professional teachers, which you need a qualification and you have to like upload your certifications and license and all that. And then you have a community tutor, which basically can just be anyone who is a native English speaker or equivalent to a native speaker, and you have to be over 18 years old, and I think that's it. Yeah, you basically just submit an application online, and then within 10 days they tell you whether you've been approved or not. So in terms of the application, you kind of have to fill out a little form about yourself, and then you record a video introduction, which is about 1 to 2 minutes long. And then you also need to write a short little introduction about yourself, like kind of what you do, your interests, your hobbies, your teaching style, and I guess how you want your lessons to kind of be structured. So a couple tips for that, I guess. I actually first submitted my application in 2020 and it didn't get approved. So then about a year later, I kind of forgot about iTalki, and then this year I submitted it again and it did get approved. So I think the main difference is just the introduction of myself, like the written part, because I use the same video for both applications. So the only difference was I basically just added a ton more information into the about section, because I think for my first application I just wrote one sentence answers, and obviously that's not going to be enough, and it really doesn't show that you're that motivated to be a teacher. So yeah, just make sure that you're writing at least a paragraph. I would say like 3 or 4 sentences about yourself, and it's good to highlight your previous experiences. So for example, I've been a tutor at my university, and I've done language exchanges in the past, so I've had experience talking to non-English speakers and correcting their mistakes, etc. Even if you haven't been an English teacher per se, like try and bring as much of those experiences as you can to make yourself sound qualified. Also, I would suggest for your introduction video, try and speak in a very clear and almost slow manner. Like in my introduction video, I would be speaking, for example, like this, so very slow and clear, so that people that are watching your videos, obviously they're not going to be native English speakers, so you want to make sure that they're going to understand. You can also put subtitles as well. That's always helpful. I didn't do it personally, but I mean, it can't hurt. Once you submit your online application, you get a pre-approval email. So for me, that was on the 19th of June. And then that's when you have to basically book in a time to do like a virtual kind of onboarding call, which lasts about an hour. So that's with one dude from iTalki, and it's just like a Zoom video call with a lot of other teachers that are basically getting onboarded as well. And then once you've attended that video call, I think for me, literally a day later, I got an email saying I had been approved. So I think I forgot to mention, but before you go to that onboarding call, you do have to upload an ID document. So for me, I had just uploaded my driver's license, and you also need to like watch a couple short videos and then just answer a quiz. So yeah, pretty basic, pretty easy stuff. After that onboarding call, the day after, once you get approved, you basically can start teaching straight away. So in order to do that, you have to firstly update your lessons. So you can choose how much you want to charge for your lessons. You can choose whether you want to have, package deals. So for example, like 10 lessons and then you get a discount. And you also have to update your teaching calendar with your availability. And then yeah, once that's done, you can start being a teacher. Surprisingly, like it was actually pretty easy to get lesson requests. Like honestly, after I made an account, obviously I didn't have any reviews or any experience, so I really wasn't expecting a lot. But basically like the next day or a couple of days later, I started getting lesson requests quite frequently. Not to a point where, I was making tons of money, but I was teaching like 1 or 2 students a day. So it is definitely a good way to make some side income. Like I'm not going to say you can become rich. There definitely are people that make an income on iTalki. So I would say if you're interested in teaching English or any other language on iTalki, definitely give it a go. Like you really have nothing to lose. It's super flexible. You can create your own hours, charge how much you want to charge, and at the end of the day, like if you don't like it, you literally can just quit anytime you want. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys found it interesting and informative, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.